Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 4v4, that is right, it's 4v Friday once again. And our heroes today are going to be Elisek, playing for the Germans, as the blue. Although I think I skipped something, right? Yes, this is going to be in the map Hill 331, sorry about that. But anyway, so yes, our heroes are going to be, let's open that big ass list that looks ugly. Elisek as the blue German. His allies in the yellow is going to be Trianq, in the yellow. Then we have Mr. Teal, who is going to be HuXxX. And then lastly, in the green, we're going to have Tales of Valor. Most likely a Company Heroes 1 player, as if you remember, that was the last expansion to come out, the Tales of Valor. So anyways, for the enemies, the Dirty Russians, it is going to be Javier Paños playing as the Red Soviet, who apparently is AFK of some sort. This does not bode well for the Soviets. We have not received any indication that he has left, but, well, the leader is a little bit asleep right now at the wheel, so, well, hopefully he'll kick in later on. Then we got gnomlus playing as the pink the Soviet. Yeah, there you go, gnomlus, the guy up here. In the orange, we have Mr.Collin. And lastly, the one in the poop is going to be 3APYCB exclamation mark. 3APYCB. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and close this out because that looks ugly. So anyways, I'm probably not going to use the names anyways. I'm just going to refer them to colors. So there you go. We do hear a small engagement over here on the right-hand side, as Hill 331 has some little trenches here in the mud. A Pioneer squad actually got eliminated here by Combat Engineers and a scout car that got brought into the mix. Center map, we do see the Germans just flooding here to capture the hill. And on the far left-hand side, on the other fuel, in the road, we see an MG42 stopping the conscripts that were trying to capture it. So let's take a look at the tech. We have, for the Germans, we have blue going for tier 1, we have green going for tier 1, we have teal going for tier 1, and we have yellow going for, guess what, tier 1. So yeah, like you would expect, all German players going for tier 1, which is very normal. For the Soviets, we have tier 2 going down for pink and orange, and we have tier 1 down for poop. And unfortunately, red is still AFK, so this does not bode well, but oh well. There we go. Commander-wise, I'm just going to say it right now since, you know, it takes a while. Commander-wise, we have blue. We'll go in order of the colors. We have blue player going for the Assault Support Doctrine that we can see right there. We have yellow going to be going for Festung Support Doctrine. Then we have teal going for the Elite Troops Doctrine. And lastly, we have green going for the Festung Armor Doctrine. And we see the German players laying down a lot of wire trying to cut off approaches for the infantry. We see wire laid down over here, although that looks to be from the Soviet side. But yeah, interesting fighting all around. We do have snipers on the field. They're having to back off as Paños are moving in their direction to engage. Now for the Soviets, red player, which is still AFK, which is rather unfortunate, but he is he should actually participate in the match, as I have it here that he's going to be going for counterattack tactics. Then we have pink player going for, let's see this engagement over here, so a little bit more interesting. Pink player going for Soviet Reserve Army. We have orange over here with its Maxim machine gun, going for, excuse me, going for guard mortar coordination tactics. And lastly, we have poop with his sniper here taking some shots, going for shock motor heavy tactics. So yeah, the German players really have a massive advantage right now, as one player is currently down, essentially. They, I mean, it actually would have been better if the player had left at this point, because at least the AI would have taken over and done something, but the red player is just sitting there not doing anything, so that is unfortunate. Still hasn't left the game, so yeah. Anyways, we see a lot of Soviet troops flooding over on the right-hand side. A lot of maxi machine guns being utilized by Orange. We do have a bunker set down in the middle of the road for Yellow, but it is getting bombarded here by a mortar. It does catch a conscript squad out in the open. Maxi machine gun on the right-hand side also covering the approach. And we see S minefields getting laid down all over the place for the green player. Over on the left-hand side, green retreating with some troops. We have a maxi machine gun deep into enemy territory, just covering this approach. Not exactly sure what it's doing there, as it's not really accomplishing much, but it will get some shots off on that grenadier. No, it won't even do that. Right-hand side is where the major engagement is. That MG42 is turned around, opening up on the penal battalion as it gets it pinned down. Mortar is opening up on the MG42, trying to clear it off. The maxi machine gun up in the north, also getting the Paños squad suppressed, and down goes the MG42, opening up this entire side for the Soviet forces to push forward. We only have a single Paños squad there that is getting annihilated. Down it goes, left on the field, and in somewhere here I see something yellow. What is it? Oh, the bunker. Never mind. So yeah, we have the bunker just stopping the approach, but that's not, not going to stop much. Mortars are opening up, and so we do have tier... No, actually that's a mortar half-track. 2 mortar half-tracks. Okay, so no tier 2 for anybody. We have tier 1 still. No, actually we do have tier 2 down for teal, green, and blue. So we're going to have a lot of vehicles coming in soon. Mortar shots flying into the maxi machine gun over here on the left-hand side. The grenadiers are down to 1 man. Can they make it out? It is retreating at a healthy state. A healthy 1 man, I should say. And he does make it out, so very lucky there. Mortars continue to fly, but mortar against mortar, well, we'll see which mortar wins. Maxi machine guns pushing up. They're trying to secure that fuel. Fuel finally going to get captured here by the penal battalion. MG42, they get dropped on the field, and we have mortar half-tracks now on the field for Yellow with its incendiary barrages going off, and more mortars on the field with just troops moving around. Sniper is not caught in the blast. He moves out of the way. Mortar shots flying at the maxi machine gun, as we do see a grenadier squad coming in on the maxi machine gun. Sniper shot goes off, down to 2 men on that grenadier squad. We have the maxi machine gun getting stunned and mortared. Nasty shots there. The grenadier squad down to 1 man. Hits retreat. Can the sniper actually nail him? Sniper almost taking the mortar shot to the face. Mortar shots almost landing on the grenadier itself. Shot flies from the sniper, but it misses the gren and it moves out of the way. Oh, those snipers are just getting battered. They need to retreat. They're very low in health. You can see the squad is less than half health and still has 2 men, meaning those 2 men will essentially die if they fart. Red still not on the field. That's quite unfortunate. Now, an interesting thing about the map is that there is a field hospital and a repair station, but it's not symmetrical. It's asymmetrical. We have a field hospital in the north and a repair station in the south. So, you don't have both. They're not even in the center of the map, say, where, it could be contested. It's almost as well. These guys are going to have field infirmary, and the other guys are not. Repair station, I think, is a little bit more useful than the infirmary, but you can put it to use. Irregulars coming into the field for gnomlus. Grenades going off right on top of all of them. Getting some damage in on that half-track. The MG42 shooting at that irregular. Can he shoot him down? No, he actually makes it out of there. Very lucky. Maxi machine guns being held by those irregulars. We have another one destroyed or decrewed. And the half-track with its flamethrowers can just simply push up and start forcing them off. Grenadier squad actually intercepts the maxi machine gun as it runs. MG42 also doing some damage. The Grand squad does have an LMG, but it needs to stop if it wants to use the LMG. It does stop. No, it continues to pursue. Shots continue to fly, but the maxi machine gun will make it out. On the right-hand side, we still hear more engagements. Oh, nasty mine hit there by what was that? A maxi machine gun? Yeah, maxi machine gun gets eliminated there by the S minefields. Very sneaky, very nasty. And the Soviets are just in bad shape, and it's all due to this. Finally, we see... Oh, okay. Finally, we see that the red player has been kicked from the game, or finally left. Not exactly sure what happened there. But then the AI now finally takes over and starts building Tier 1. So, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate for the Soviets, and most likely they're going to end up losing this game. So, not going to be any surprise at this point. But, well, at least now they have another active member, I suppose. Scout car pushing into the center, right on top of a Grand Squad with a flamethrower combat engineer. No, actually, flamethrower penal battalion. Faust does go off on the scout car. The scout car going to be dropped here. Very low in the health. but it is actually still running there. MG42 and LMG will be able to clear it out. MG42 opening up on the scout car. Down goes the scout car. The penal battalion did jump out before anything happened, and they managed to get past it, although one of the men got caught in the suppression range of the MG42 as the MG42, or well, one of the men got caught on the other side of the car. They do inflict a little bit of damage there on the Grenadier squad, down to one man, but they are forced off of the field. The hill still being controlled here by the Germans. They even have a pack gun on top just to stop any vehicles from approaching, although it's looking in a weird angle. We'll probably be better looking this angle here or this angle over here, because here, well, vehicles are not really going to cross here. Well, they could, I guess. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It can get turned in a moment's notice anyways. Reinforcement bunker also placed up in the very top, just, you know, to reinforce, obviously. And on the left-hand side, we see that 3 forces have combined. We have the AI for red and the troops for poop and purple. Moving over to the left-hand side, it is a weakness right now on the German side. They have not much to stop them. They have an MG42 and a couple mortars with a half-track there for support, but that is about it. Over on the far left-hand side, an MG42 is also placed there, but with all the troops that are moving in that direction, it can very easily fall. Center map though, however, the engagement still goes on. We see Maxim machine guns and guard rifles trying to move up, trying to take the hill, but they are just getting battered and beaten. This bunker has taken quite a bit of damage, could do with some repairs. Pioneers could repair them very easily. Maxim machine gun is forced off of the field, and the hill remains in the control of the German forces. Panzer IV now on the field for green, moves straight up into the base, gets 18-aided here by the conscripts. On conscripts managing to nail it in the rear armor through the front. Yeah, that's how it happens. And the engine is damaged. However, we do have tier 3 down for all of them. We only have tier 1 down for yellow still, but if I am not mistaken, yellow is the one. Actually, no, he goes for Festung support. Okay, I thought it was elite. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. Panzer IV backing off, supporting the troops, just firing at enemies as much as it can and doing damage from afar. Down to one man on that conscript squad. The conscript squad does not even move out of the way, so it's going to die. No, it does retreat, though it does block its own path because of that barbed wire, forcing it to run away the longest of routes. Look at all the route he's going to have to take, but he makes it out of there just fine. Another Panzer IV on the field over here on the right-hand side. It's currently buttoned by that guard squad. Guard squad will be able to keep it in place for a little while. However, there we go. Finally, the AT gun gets turned around in this direction, hits it on the rear armor. Panzer IV will need to back the fuck off out of there. Guard squad is forced away. AT gun continues to shoot. Panzer IV down to about half health. Popped the smoke, gets out of the way. Guard squad does see it. AT gun takes a shot but misses, and the Panzer IV makes it out of there alive at about half health. Right-hand side, we do still have those mortar half-tracks, 2 kills and 8 kills. Not accomplishing too much, but pretty much being a nuisance and forcing the troops to back off and get away. Well, something was in that. It was either a Maxim machine gun or a stolen MG, but it got destroyed. We can actually see it probably was a Maxim machine gun. Yeah, there you can see the weapon. And, well, they decided to put themselves in a small little shack in front of a Panzer IV, which was not the brightest idea. Maxim machine gun also pushes a little bit further up, but gets shot down by the Panzer IV. And we have a half-track on the field for Pink, as he does go for tier 3, but... Ooh, we have tier 4 going down for the AI. Interesting. Tier 1 to tier 4. We'll see how that goes out. Anti-air half-track just wrecking the Flamer half-track, as it very well should. However, it now gets caught by a Panzer IV. Trying to run away. It could actually hit overdrive since it has veteran C1 to try to get out of the way of the Panzer IV, but it does not do so and ends up dying. Did pick up a kill, but not too much. Shock troops moving out of the way here. We still have a Panzer IV with a damage engine up in the north, trying to get repaired desperately by that Pioneer squad. The Pio is just one Pio. He is quite an ace, however, at engines, and he should be able to get that working properly. Just needs to change the headlight fluids for the tank, because that's what makes it go. And there you go. Maxim machine gun pushes up to the top of the hill. AT gun trying to stop whatever it can. MG42 setting itself up in the trench. It does manage to set itself up right in front of the guard squad. The guard squad is, however, point blank range, doing a lot of damage with its DP light machine guns and, well, its guns. And the AT gun gets decrewed, and the MG42 gets flanked. So that means that the hill has fallen. Flak Panzer, however, gets brought into the mix, doing a lot of damage to these guards. The guards will also do damage to the Flak Panzer, as the Flak Panzer is not as strong as other tanks. Oh my god, however, the guard squad goes down quickly to the Flak Panzer, instantly killing 5 men and losing a DP light machine gun, 2 DP light machine guns in fact. That would be a very welcome addition to any German troop. And we shall see. Flak Panzer moves up to the edge of the hill, starts opening up on all the infantry, forces away the Maxims and the mortar. The penal battalion with the flamethrower stays there. It is the AI, so it's probably not going to retreat, at least not in time. The Flak Panzer continues to shoot, however, it is hitting the hill right in front of it because, well, physics, you know, the hill is right in front of it, so it makes sense that it should hit it. It actually doesn't make sense that it's shooting at them, but, you know, it's fine. I mean, at least, you know, it respects that. I remember Vico where, you know, most things would actually shoot through the ground and hit what it was trying to hit rather than objects in front of them. Anyway, Maxim machine gun coming in for the flank on the hill. We have a grenadier squad sitting there with some irregulars throwing a grenade at the Flak Panzer. Why, I do not actually know. But they're just getting wrecked here by the Flak Panzer. Flak Panzer kills another one, dropping yet another DP light machine gun. More shots go off. This squad has an LMG. That LMG is going to be dropped, so more weapons, just bundles of weapons here. It's weapons galore for the Germans, and that Flak Panzer is just wrecking house, already up to 14 kills. There goes more shots, down to 1 man on that irregular. He drops yet another DP light machine gun. We have 5 LMG weapons in the top of the hill. The Flak Panzer decides to move to the penal battalion, but it does not manage to decrew it, and we see a lot of infantry flooding up the hill for the Soviets as they did manage to decrew the top. We have Grenadier Squad moving in this direction, could actually pick up a couple of weapons and support the fight. Su-85 brought into the field by the AI. That is the smartest player in the game right now, as that tank is crucial here. We see a buttoning going down on that Flak Panzer. The Su-85 could actually push up and get some shots off on that Flak Panzer. There it goes. Nice shot from the distance, and down goes the Flak Panzer, sniping it off the top of the hill. The Grenadiers could actually pick up an LMG there if they just want to be a vanilla-style Grenadier squad. They are not doing so just yet. They're just sitting at the edge trying to capture the point, but now they're getting stopped because the guards have moved up to the top of the hill. We have mortars still on the field, barraging from the top, getting some shots off on the approaching infantry. And the Grenadier squad down to 1 man, going to be forced off of the field. Do we have... No, it doesn't actually mention it anymore. I hate that. It used to have a little icon there where it showed when an AI was controlling somebody, but no longer the case, apparently. Or maybe it's no longer the case for the... Let's see, if we go like that. No, it actually doesn't show that either. I don't know. It's weird. Whatever. Let's just go back. Anyways, Panzer IV is getting brutalized there by the Su-85. Gets out of the way. The irregulars unable to do much to it, as they do not have PTRS rifles with them, and the Panzer IV makes it out of there. Second Panzer IV does take some damage, getting some more damage in by the AT gun, but the Su-85 did go down. Yeah, that is the Su-85. Panzer IV is up in the front for Elisek, all the way up to the front of the base, pushing back the infantry, pushing back the AI, as we have more bunkers, half-tracks, and even mortars on the field on the left-hand side. The right-hand side approach, we do have a Panther on the field for Yellow, as he went straight for Tier 4, skipping all other tiers. And the fuel has been recaptured. Hill, however, continues to be in control of the Soviet forces, so they did manage to push back quite nicely there. Irregulars just moving around and not doing too much, but they'll be able to do something eventually, I suppose. Conscript squad? What was that? Oh, well, whatever it was, just got annihilated. But yeah, I think that was a conscript squad, and the Panzer force just stop it. They're just defending the front of the base. Artillery barrage being utilized on the AT gun here for Pink. One thing to keep in mind is that the artillery gun is anti-infantry, anti-building, I suppose you could even say, but not anti-armor. Yes, it'll do armor damage. I mean, it'll hit them and do a little bit of armor damage, but not nearly as much. Hell, not even in the same category as a standard, you know, shot from the AT gun. So in that situation, it's just attacking ground where you know the tank was could actually get you more damage and more hits rather than a barrage. I mean, if there's infantry repairing a tank, then that's fine, because you'll hit the tank, you'll do damage to the tank, and whatever infantry was near it will probably die, since they're going to take, you know, additional damage. But in that situation, it's probably not the best bet. Conscripts for red just moving behind the lines, going to try to decap this point, getting shot by an AT gun. Su-85s on the field for orange, very nice. Those are going to be quite difficult to deal with as we have tier 3 down for, tier 4 down for every single player. Wow. Well, for every single Soviet player. That is interesting, especially interesting since tier 3 was acquired by Pink, and then he still got tier 4. He doesn't have anything for tier 4 just yet, you know, since he did tech switch, but, you know, it's interesting that he has that. Mortars continue to fly. We do have a Broombar on the field for yellow. That is quite excellent. I love the Broombar. And a Panther there, which will help out. Mortar half-track moves up, getting some shots off on the hill, and ends up just getting sniped by 2 Su-85s very quickly. Second half-track still on the field with a damaged engine. Needs to probably position itself in a better angle. Hell, even just putting himself right here where this is a shot blocker, can't actually see him, would potentially, you know, keep it alive. Something died here. Panzer IV most likely. Su-85 is very quick to deal with the Panzer IVs. More AT guns coming into the field as more regulars just keep on flooding into the field for the Soviets. Red retreating its troops. The AI managing to keep something alive for once. And Pioneer Squad just repairing the bunker as much as it can, as it is a bunker that is covering an exit out of the base. Obviously, there are more exits. There's this exit over here. There's this exit over here. But this approach is also getting covered by another bunker. So while they can't get out, it is making it a lot more difficult. Maxim machine gun moves up for red and just puts itself in a place where it's going to get killed very quickly, not even trying to retreat. And there it goes. Further down south, however, we see a lot of troops for red just flooding forward. We do have a scout car with an with autocannon. Not going to be able to stop them too easily, but it will do some damage. Panzer IVs pushing up onto the hill by themselves. Not a smart idea, as there are AT guns on the hill and Su-85s guarding the hill. This Panzer IV took a beating down to a sliver of health. The Su-85s over on the right-hand side decide to back off for some reason, and not supporting this fight. This Panzer IV would have died very quickly if the Su-85s were already there, but, well, they backed off. Panzer IV turning its sights or frontal armor towards the enemy, getting buttoned here by the guard squad, getting shot at by the AT gun. Gonna be going down, even though the Su-85s do not want to support this fight because, well, they took some damage and they're low in health, so they want to stay alive, but, you know, it's a little bit too passive for my tastes. MG bunker and the Panzer IV just laying into retreating troops, doing some damage, but not getting any of them killed. The bunker is down to about half health. Needs some repairs. Looks like the Panzer IV over here got bombed by Poop. The Poop bomb. And we have AT guns over here. Su-85s getting some repairs going on them. One is now at full strength. We see a Panther over on the right-hand side for yellow, as yellow did also go for tier 4 after getting himself tier 3. Which is interesting, but, you know, not bad or anything. Another Panther on the field. Incendiary rounds landing on top of everything. Or nothing, I guess. Scout car moves up, getting some shots off on the MG42 that got stolen, but not doing too much. Conscripts and penal battalions moving up to the bunker, trying to destroy it. Satchel charge goes down, and down goes the bunker. So managing to get that cleared out. We do see a Tiger getting called in right there for for blue. And there it goes. Katyushas throwing a barrage here into those tanks, getting some hits on the tanks, but not too much damage. Tanks managed to destroy a combat engineer squad with a flamethrower as it retreats, as the penal battalions have to get out of the field. May have actually been a penal battalion, we'll see. Hill still, however, controlled by the Soviets. The Su-85s making it so that tanks cannot push up. When did it hit? Looks like it hit the mortar squad. Panzer IVs coming in for a little bit of a flank on the hill. Only managing to get themselves shot up by the Su-85s. One Su-85 does go down as the Tiger moves in to relieve the Panzer IVs. Panzer IVs keeps on getting shot, getting more damage on top of them. The Tiger now leading the charge will be absorbing the hits here. If the Panzer IVs push forward, they might be able to clear out the Su-85s. However, the Tiger is now in a lot of trouble as 3 Su-85s with an AT gun for support are shooting at them at the same time. Bombing strike, very nice, called in bombing strike for yellow, but unfortunately the Tiger does end up going down regardless, as the Su-85s just have too much range. I mean, so good, such good range and such good anti-tank capabilities. So Tiger gets lost, but the Panzer IVs did manage to at least kill one Su-85, lessening those numbers a little bit. We do have an Su-76 on the field for red. The AI continues to shoot at the what was that? Oh yeah, it's the mud tech. I forgot about it. I forget what mud tech does. Makes you slow, essentially. And there we go. Bunker goes down. So the left-hand side flank falls as Blue is unable to hold it forever. He loses his center point and then loses the right-hand side flank. As he also lost his Tiger and is having to repair his tanks. The hill's still in control for the Soviets. Right-hand side we have Stugs and more mortar half-tracks with Panzer IVs for support. Just bombarding the hill as much as they can, doing some lots of damage. And we see that on top of the hill, all the weapons have been recovered by somebody. We have a conscript squad with LMGs. 2 LMGs on this conscript squad. That is a badass squad. And we probably have like DP light machine guns on other troops and such. If, for example, this penal battalion that is just getting shredded has a DP light machine gun. 2 DP light machine guns to be exact. 3, no, 2. Yeah, I got a little bit too excited there. 2 DP light machine guns, but also has 2 flamethrowers. So this is a badasser penal battalion. Unfortunately, though, it's trying to fight a flak panzer, which is not exactly what it wants to be fighting. And now it's dead. So as cool as it was, and the AI picked up all the weapons that it should, yeah, it's not gonna help out too much. Right hand side, we do have that Panther on the field. One Panther did die at some point, it looks like. We also hear artillery shots flying in this direction. We see the dead Panther right there. I have no idea where the artillery shots are landing. Scout moving in for a flank. Gets shot out by the AT gun and the Su-85, dying very quickly. We do see the Panther pushing forward right on top of the Su-85. Can the Panther get behind the Su-85? It's stopping. Keep on moving. Get right behind it. No. Blitzkriegs, but the Su-85 is has its back against the wall. However, it does end up getting shot at. Pops a smoke. However, the AT gun should still be able to shoot at it. Nice incendiary barrage right on top of the AT gun, trying to decrew it. The Panther may be able to get the Su-85 down. No! AT gun manages to land a shot on it without dying itself. It's still alive. Taking some damage, but still alive. We do have a LMG dropped on the world. Flamethrower going off on the Paños squad. They do not manage to cap the point. We have a Tiger coming in for Blue once again. Left-hand side, Panzer Force with a bit of a combo here from a Flamethrower half-track to help in the anti-infantry. Just killing stuff on the left-hand side as they still hold that victory point by themselves. And we see the Brumbar pushing with the mortar half-tracks over to the right-hand side. The Su-85, what happened to it? One Su-85 is over here. The other Su-85 is still there, very low in health, but actually still there. We see artillery shots just flying all over the place here and hitting stuff, but for some reason I can't actually see the shells. Well, there we go. We finally see the shells. Shock troops push up with a Brumbar. First Brumbar right in front of them. They just get shot and lose 3 of their men instantly. Su-85 gets right in front of the Brumbar. The Brumbar shoots back at the Su-85. The Su-85 actually taking damage from the Brumbar, as it should, but it's not, you know, it outclasses it as far as anti-tank capabilities. Brumbar should be able to get another shot off on it. Su-85 trying to chase it down, but unable to hunt it down. Oh, that's unfortunate. Brumbar hits a mine, gets heavy engine damage, and the Su-85 is just going to finish him off, and down goes the Brumbar. Unfortunate set of circumstances here on the right-hand side for the Soviets. We do see a Panther getting right behind that Su-85. Su-85 going to be going down to the Panther. Panther going to be able to circle strafe it without much of a problem. Gets a shot off on the Su-85. Rear armor hit. The Su-85 down to about 20 or maybe 10% health. Takes a shot off, destroys its engine, and the Panther should be able to finish it off. Satchel charge going down on top of the Panther. The Panther going to move out of the way. Gets no damage on it. Penal Battalion retreats, and the Panther could actually move back in and pursue to get the kill on the Su-85. The Su-85 is a sitting duck, so it should be no problem. Panther now notices, wait, you're still alive. Let's go ahead and kill you, and there we go. Dead tank. So the right-hand side has fallen to the Germans. The Germans once again ticking the points against the Soviets. 302 for the Germans, 284 for the Soviets. They pretty even there, as the center point is still just controlled by irregulars for the most part. Have some conscripts thrown in there, but a lot of irregulars. And I'm assuming this conscript squad is the one that has a extra weapon. No, actually no. Doesn't matter. Left-hand side, we hear engagements. That's red. The AI tries to push across the land here into different angles. Just gets suppressed and flamed, and down it goes. We do have mortars coming onto the field with Su-85s for support back there. And we also have some Katyushas and KV-1s for the AI, just sitting behind the lines. Maxim machine guns and AT guns also set up, so nice little angles. Katyusha barrage could go down on top of the troops. Tigers on the field. How many Tigers do we have? I see one. I see Panzer IV, so it's just one, I assume. Not a lot of vehicles left on the field, however. We do have, what, 3 mortar half-tracks on the field for yellow. A little bit overkill on that amount, but I mean, it is kind of annoying to deal with. But no anti-tank capabilities for him just yet. We do have artillery guns. 1, 2, 3 artillery guns, and barbed wire getting laid down just to cover the approach as the bunker is going to get placed. There we go, artillery shots straight into the center. And for some reason, the game is not wanting to render the explosions. So that makes it look rather crappy when artillery barrage goes off. Stugs and Flak Panthers moving up for green. Down it goes. Black Panther really didn't stand much of a chance, as there are 2 Su-85s here and an AT gun across the ridge with another AT gun that it was shooting at. So yeah, I mean, come on. It's a Black Panther. It's much more weaker than even a Panzer IV, even though it is essentially the same chassis kind of. But no, it's not a main battle tank. Mortar shots just flying into the approach, trying to catch any infantry as they move in. There is no additional path over on the right-hand side, so they have to cross through this direction. So not a bad decision to just mortar there. And if they want to circle around, well, you know. Bombing strike right on top of all the infantry. Nails the Grenadier squad down to 1 man. Going to be forced to retreat, but the Panzer Grenadiers with Trex managed to just dodge that. Panzer IV over on the left-hand side approach. Stopping the conscripts. We have the AT gun and shock troops just sitting there with AT guns as well, covering each of the approaches, but those approaches are being watched right now by mortar half-tracks, essentially, and everything else, so they'll take quite a beating doing that. Up in the north, Panzer IV moving in for a flank. It's going to try and go get the kill on the Katyushas. Not a bad decision. It manages to get itself behind the AT gun, and an Su-76 is the only thing supporting it. Su-76 will do damage, as we see a bombing strike right on top of the AT gun that manages to decrew it. However, it also shocks the crew on the Panzer IV. However, does manage to destroy both Katyushas. Mission accomplished, and there it goes. Su-76 decides to throw a barrage on top of the Panzer IV. Once again, it has the same issues as an AT gun. That barrage is designed against infantry, not against tanks. So even if it hits it, yeah, it'll do damage, but minimal amounts of damage, negligible in fact. Right-hand side, the Panther backs off as the mortar half-tracks are still on the field, just bombarding everything that approaches. We see incendiary rounds landing right on top of the AT guns. Panther Grenadiers pushing forward. Shrek's flying, trying to stop everything as they approach. Nice grenade on top of the AT gun. Decrews the AT gun as the second AT gun moves out of the way. Grenadiers sitting there. Troops having to move through the fire. Mortar shots just flying right on top of the infantry. Infantry is a little bit too intermingled right on top of each other. They need to back off. Mortar shots flying, mortar shots landing. We see a strafing run right on top of all the infantry. Pins down and does some damage to the squads, not allowing them to retreat as the Panzer Grenadiers push forward and may be able to get off a grenade. Not sure why they threw it on top of the AT gun, but yeah, I suppose it's fine. Mortars did take a little bit of damage back there, so they backed off as an Su-85 was trying to chase them down. This mortar half-track is done for. There it goes. The other two mortar half-tracks are moving through the mud, but it looks like they may be able to make it out of there alive. The Su-85 is turning its guns towards the Panther. The Panther moves up and catches up with it. However, it stops. Just hit Blitzkrieg and go, go, go. Get right on top of that Su-85 and kill it. It is without support by itself, getting caught in the mud. The Grants should also be able to reach up to it and get a Faust off on it. And the Panther should have been able to finish it, however, it ignores it. Faust does end up going off, and the Su-85 is a sitting duck right there in the dirt, in the mud. Panther moving in that direction. Can it finally go get a kill? Just get right on top of this ledge and kill off that Su-85. Does get a hit off on it, but it moves out of the way. No, that is unfortunate coordination. That Su-85 will live to fight another day. On the right-hand side, we see the point is falling essentially to a lot of troops moving forward. Panzer Grenadiers forced off of the field. We have a guard squad and a shock troop squad still on the field. AT guns moved across, getting some damage in on those tanks. However, they have not been able to kill any of the tanks just yet. Panthers get right behind the AT guns. Su-85 brought into the mix. Panthers decides to focus on the Su-85 as they need to. AT gun gets turned around and decrewed. The other one is still on the field, and we have the point getting bombarded here by the artillery and getting destroyed. Su-85 now caught out of position there by those two Panthers. Going to be able to get some retaliation shots on the Panthers. However, the Panthers should be able to finish it off. There goes the Su-85 out of control. Second Su-85 will be able to finish off one of the Panthers, especially the lead Panther. There it goes. Gets abandoned. Oh, that is quite unfortunate. Down it goes, however, two additional damage there they got dealt. And this Panther pops in smoke and gets out of there. Gets hit in the rear armor. Needs to just get the hell out of there. And the Panther decides to go straight head on to the Su-85 and an AT gun and just dies. As the other Su-85 that did not get killed gets even brought into the mix and supports. Unfortunate. Three mortar half-tracks get brought into the mix over to the right-hand side, just bombarding that AT gun to smithereens. Going to be able to clear it out rather quickly. In the center, we see a nice flanking run here by Panzer Force, and the Tiger getting all the way up to the back of the lines, getting past that AT gun. The lead tank getting a little bit shot up there, but makes its way back towards the Su-85. T-3485 is getting also brought into the mix. The AT gun just sitting there getting some shots off on that Tiger. The Tiger should move out of the way. We see the main gun getting destroyed on the lead Panzer IV. This Su-85 still alive. Blitzkrieg getting hit on the second Panzer IV. Can it actually save its buddy? No, it's not going to. Although it did get an engine destroyed, but with T-3485 nearby, that Panzer IV is down. The Panzer IV still chases down that Su-85, low in health, but can it get the kill? The Tiger is just sitting there in front of everything, killing stuff, but can he get the kill on the Su-85? Go for the kill. And it goes. Getting some rear armor hits on it as there is an Su-85 in the middle of the road. Oh no, the Tiger. No, there it goes. Breaks the buttoning ability. The Su-85 crawls away, stays alive, but this Tiger is done for. And there it goes. Bad maneuver, bad decision there. We do have a Tiger still left on the field for blue on the left-hand side, trying to take back the left-hand side flank as it's currently falling to a lot of Soviet troops. Su-76 also on the field, getting some shots off on that. And yeah. Opal Blitz truck behind that truck. Su-76 does go down. The AT gun is able to get some more shots off on the Tiger, but the Tiger decrews it and down it goes. Irregulars may be able to recrew the gun, should actually be shooting the gun itself to try to decrew it. However, the mortar is being focused now by the Tiger. The Tiger now notices, oh wait, those irregulars recovered the weapon. Maybe I should have actually destroyed or hit the irregulars. But he does kill them very quickly, as they are irregulars and quite soft, quite squishy. Katyusha barrage flying in some directions. It looks like it's flying over here. Not actually hitting anything. Sniper is on the field for green, getting some shots off on the Penal Battalion. And the Tiger moves back to destroy that point. AT gun once again gets recruited by some more irregulars. Gonna get some shots off on that Tiger. The Tiger will move back in and get the weapon destroyed, or well, decrewed at least. Sniper also on the field, not exactly sure what it's trying to do. Shots continue to fly at the Tiger. The Tiger decrews the weapon, and the snipers are now the focus of the Tiger. They're trying to move out of the way, get themselves in cloak. They do manage to cloak, and the Tiger will now focus on the irregular that is currently sitting in that house. The irregular will be going down. The snipers move out of the way and retreat, and they actually manage to juke the Tiger quite easily. Flak Panzer still getting brought onto the field for yellow, with a command tank also popped into the mix. Flamethrower half-track as well. T-34-85 and an Su-85 will be killing that command tank very quickly. Command tank is gone. And the MG-42 over here is trying to stop the approaching infantry, but it will also die to the tanks. Grenadiers with flamethrowers, not a bad thing to see, but they are not going to be able to do too much against these tanks. Artillery shots right on top of the right on top of the tanks. Actually hits one of the Su-85s over on the right hand side. The entire flank has broken as the Tiger Ace is brought into the mix for HuXxX with the support of the artilleries, the mortar half tracks. And we also have some troops here, some Panzer Grenadiers thrown in there. Tiger Ace, however, is going a little bit too bold by itself moving forward. I mean, it is a very powerful weapons platform essentially, and can do a lot of damage, but you want to have it supported at least to either be the damage absorber or, you know, the damage dealer. Either way, it's amazing if it's supported, but if unsupported, it can get taken down very quickly. Panzer Grenadiers recapturing some points. The victory point on the left-hand side is still in control for the Soviets, so the points are still taken against the Germans. Germans, however, do have 295 points, while the Soviets have been brought down to 120. So they are sitting rather comfortably there with a nice buffer of points. DP Light Machine Gun getting dropped on the field. We have a irregular behind the lines, just, I guess, running to his death, because he's about to run into a Paños squad with an LMG. Paños squad engages, and down it goes, and another LMG gets dropped onto the field, so these guys could actually pick it up if they wanted to, I believe. Right hand side, that Tiger Ace does get a little bit shot, but it's still alive and still quite fine. There is an Su-85 covering the road, second Su-85 also behind it, and we do still have that AT gun back here that can help out. In the center, something died in the mud. A MG-42 is trying to recover that point. We have some mortars and maxi machine guns and irregulars pushing over on the left-hand side, as there is still a KV-1 and now Katyusha back there. T-34-85s with an Su-85 for support into the center. We have flak panzers and an MG-42 retaking the hill, as the hill has finally gotten cleared out. We also have a Stug nearby for support for green. Right-hand side, those mortars, and now a pack gun is getting brought into the mix as the Tiger Ace defends the right-hand side flank by itself. And artillery shots just get blasted into this direction, and the AT gun actually dies. So nice usage there of those artillery guns for yellow, as he has 4 artillery guns in the mix. If he throws barrages at the same time from all 4 of them, that is just massive amounts of firepower. But unfortunately, for some reason, the game doesn't seem to want to render the explosions when all 4 of them fire, so we can only see the debris left afterwards. Tank for green in the center just gets killed off by those T-34-85s. MG-42 is trying to stop the infantry that approach, but they're kind of focusing on the tanks. Down goes one of the MGs. Second one drops. Stug on the field. The hill is still in possession for the Germans. The Soviets have been brought down to 76 points. They are running out of time now, and they do have a lot of tanks and troops, but it seems to be rather even and a little bit more skewed towards the Germans, especially because we know that early on they had an AI. Stug trying to stop the infantry as they approach. Katusha, don't run, says Elisek, trying to kill off the Katusha. Both of his tigers unable to catch up to the tank. So all 4 artillery guns just shooting straight into the top of the hill. Look at that damage go down. My God. I mean, yeah, you can't see the explosions, unfortunately. Like I said, that is kind of sad, but you can just hear the hits. What is the veterancy on these artillery guns? We got veterancy 2, 2, 1, and no veterancy. 9 kills, 27 kills, and 8 kills. Damn, this weapon in front. 27 kills. MG bunker set up to defend the approaching infantry. Does manage to stop the infantry as it approaches, trying to hunt down those AT guns. I mean, those artillery guns, the conscripts back off as they will capture the point, but they are going to have to back off. Left-hand side, this command tank is trying to stop the T-34-85s as they move forward. We see something died here, not exactly sure, probably a German tank of some sort. T-34-85 getting some repairs, or maybe one, maybe it was even an Su-85. May have actually been one of those. I say that because Orange did have an Su-85. No, it's actually over here, so yeah, probably not the same. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, command tank duking it out here with that T-34-85, getting some damage on it, but eventually it just dies. Since it is a command tank and quite, you know, useless as far as that goes. Sniper getting some shots off on the irregulars. The irregulars just running past them with DP line machine guns, deciding not to shoot at him. Regular decides to stop with his DP line machine gun. Will do a lot of damage to the sniper, but the sniper manages to just shoot him in the face, and down it goes. Su-85 will actually notice the sniper. The sniper is right out in the open. Sniper takes a shot, does not blow up the tank because it did not hit him through the vent that leads straight into the reactor core. That's our style, but oh well. And yeah, the sniper's actually still just sitting there. So, is this guy also an AI? I've been wondering that because green seems to me like an AI. Katusha getting bombarded there, but manages to actually stay alive. The sniper is trying to do some damage to the Katusha. Not actually doing too much, just needs to get the hell out of there, but we'll see. Hill has fallen, however, to the Soviet forces. Soviet forces positioning themselves very quickly. Nice! A counter-artillery barrage right on top of the artillery guns. There comes the hits. Not doing too much, but doing some. We see something getting killed over here. Not exactly sure what that was. Oh, counter-artillery. Katusha trying to move out of the way. Boom! Gets nailed by the artillery. Nice retaliation by Trianq, the yellow player. Those artillery guns did take quite a beating, but with the reinforcement bunker nearby, they are actually quite fine. And the pioneers are nearby, then could just simply repair. What is it that died over here? GG guy, says Elisek, as the points have been bled down to 7. Yeah, that's pretty much a good game as from we can see. I don't think there's much they're going to be able to do. Gonna take a little bit to finish the game, as they have to bleed 1 point per tick. So down to 4 points for the Soviets. We see the red pushing over on the left-hand side with some Su-76 coming in behind the lines for some reason. Down to 2 points. 2 more ticks will do it. Right-hand side, T-34s and Su-85s moving in a lot of unison or together, but a little bit too late. They should have been in the fight a long time ago, and that is all she wrote. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.